Hello everybody, welcome back to another speed build here on this channel. Today we are working on what I renamed as the Petunia apartments. And for this apartment, I knew I still wanted to keep the original concept of 2 beds, 1 bath. I did turn the second bedroom, or technically the first on the way from front to back. That bedroom I actually turned into an office. I have a pretty sizable apartment and I wanted both a hallway and also a raised dining room to kind of separate it from the kitchen and the living room, especially since you can't drop down in apartments. I wanted dark floors for this apartment, and I honestly love redoing apartments just because it is so fun to try and figure out different ways and combos to re-floor plan a whole apartment. I had a heck of a time trying to figure out what kind of tile I wanted behind for the kitchen. I ended up just doing the classic wood paneling that's painted and matching it to the kitchen. I wanted really nice wallpaper as well inside the bedrooms. In the kitchen, I'm just getting the layout for the most part. I knew I wanted the fridge by the stairs instead of that front door. And I was trying to get the sink a little bit more in the middle, or what I thought was going to be the sink, a little bit more in the middle of those cabinets. Here, I'm just messing around with the cabinets, trying to figure out what I do like and also what fridge goes under which cabinets. In my opinion, a stove by a window is a little bit impractical, but for this build, since this is The Sims, you're not necessarily going to get grease splattered up on a window, and it's not going to be a pain to clean because you don't have to clean windows. So for the sake of this build, I did put the oven over there. I kept it kind of minimal on the countertops with clutter to a point. I did do a little bit of clutter, but I didn't want a crazy amount. And also microwaves. It doesn't matter if they're EA or now custom content. I do not like the size of microwaves in The Sims. I just feel like they're huge. I would love to size them down just once. I have done that in the past, but sometimes during gameplay it glitches out and then the food will get stuck inside of the microwave. So I don't recommend doing that. Of course, I'm adding my always go-to alarm system, all of the light switches, and also any of the fire alarms and climate controls. I'm trying to pick out a decent table and chairs and also some curtains that wouldn't be in the way because I knew this back wall was going to have cabinets of some sort. I did originally want to just use a bunch of upper cabinets, but then I remembered about the Dream Home Decorator kit, and now I'm just going through and putting clutter on and making them look more cozy / lived in. And I wanted this upstairs area for the dining room to be more of a coastal-ish when it came to the paintings. I absolutely love the tiny living lights. I think those are so cute and they light up so nicely, and honestly they look more like custom content than EA. In the living room, I wanted to still keep with that nice, cozy, almost coastal look. So I did do a wood entertainment center. I'm just filling it with the normal clutter, and then I'm trying to pick a couch. I loved themed couches. I love little bit of patterns, and I like to match all of my wood inside of a room. I know a lot of people like to do different tones of wood, but in the max of 3 tones of wood, I personally love to match all of my wood throughout all of my house. Those sconces are custom content and I am in love with how they look. I normally don't like wall lights at all, but those ones look so good and I've been using them a lot in builds here recently. Like I said, just adding a little bit of clutter, trying to make it more realistic, more lived in. moving on to this bathroom, I am keeping it relatively simple. I'm not going crazy. I'm not trying to do a bunch of stuff. Mainly putting in the only shower tub combo that looks really good in my opinion. It is custom content, but I don't really have too many options. And I'm just putting in a sink with cabinets and then adding some clutter. For this office, I wanted a more built-in look for the bookcase, and I did find this one. It is one of the unlockables when you get farther on in a career, but I did like it since I'm in the edit world. I'm not actually with a household. I was able to place it, and then I'm just using a bunch of items. I am using my dream home decorator for the bulletin board, and then I wanted this to be not just a skills room with a computer, but also with a easel, so I did add in some EA artwork. Heading into the bedroom, I'm keeping it kind of colorful. It is very dark, but I also wanted colors that would go perfectly with the wallpaper, or at least in my opinion, go really well with the wallpaper. So I'm using a little bit of red orange for the bed and then some almost white curtains from the Desert Luxe kit. I am matching all the wood tones like I talked about before, even with the mirror. And then this little side table I thought would be really cute with some clutter on it. Honestly, it's kind of useless and in the way, but since this is The Sims and they're not necessarily going to use that mirror when there's a mirror in the bathroom, I just thought it was a cute little addition. I'm using the My Dream Home decorator in place of an actual dresser. I think this turned out kind of cute in my opinion. And then trying to fit in rug. This was kind of hard just because all of my rugs were either just a little bit too big and cutting into the door, or they were just not matching with the whole room. So I kept it kind of simple with a neutral beige color. And here is the final look of the whole apartment. For as fast as this build was, it was maybe only an hour. I think it came together really good. This is when you first walk into the door. Then we have, if you turn right, looking at the living room. I love this living room. I think it's so cute. I know I say cozy a lot when I'm going over these speed builds, but in all honesty, this is such a cozy living room, or just actual cozy apartment. Here's another angle of the living room. I love the pillows on the couch. And then we have the kitchen, and I know it's a little bit weird, especially to have curtains on the window that's by the stove, and also to have an oven range. But like I said, since this is The Sims, I did not focus too much on that, and I just wanted to put the stove there because I felt like it would be better than having a range in the middle of the ceiling, even though sometimes it does look good. I just personally did not do it in this build, and I stuck it by the window. I do like this kitchen. I think it's very cute. I'm personally not a big fan of white cabinets except for on The Sims, but I think together the white and light wood with the dark floors and also the wall color or the wall paneling turned out really, really good. One of my favorite little sections is this dining room. I love the little back area. I love the photos on the wall. And like I said, with the wall sconces, I love those. They're just so pretty and they match so well with all of this decor. This is the hallway, nothing special. Like I said, it's just real simple, a little bit unique for the two little diagonals, but other than that, just a hallway. Coming into the office, we do have, like I said, the bookcase that's unlockable, a little book bag next to the desk. Then we have the little painting area, nothing too crazy. This office is big enough to put a single bed in, or it could be a little room for a little kid, like a toddler or even an infant. And then we come into another one of my favorite rooms in this apartment, and it is the bedroom. When you first walk in, you will see the closet system to your right, and then of course one end table and a bed and everything like that on the left. I think the one end table does this room justice because I think two would have been way too much. Normally I like to keep everything very symmetrical, but this time I definitely did not keep it symmetrical. I love the colors in this room. I think they look so good. And I love also this little section with the mirror and that little table by the window. And lastly, we have our bathroom, and I absolutely love putting little trash cans by the toilets. I know technically they might get annoying. I do size them down, but as far as I've always played, my Sims never use the trash cans in the bathroom. Actually, my Sims never use a trash can at all. I always have to click and drag, especially if I'm using the money-making trash can. But I just feel like adding a trash can is more realistic, just like adding the light switches. Nothing too crazy about this bathroom. Like I said, I had to use custom content because I do not have a shower tub combo besides a really old looking one, and this one just fit the build a little bit better. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you guys all enjoyed this little speed build. I had a lot of fun making it, and I was just enjoying trying to make it cozy. And I know I say that a lot, and I'm sorry, but to me, this build was very cozy, and I don't think, honestly, I would mind living here. So thank you for watching this video. Stay tuned for any other upcoming videos, and God bless.